Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BCFBL News. I am your host, Diego Longhammer. I don't know about you guys, but the 2025 season has already been off to an electric start. Notable games of the week: Ohio State versus Oregon. Ohio State winning 57-55. Auburn versus Mizzou. Auburn losing 35-36. Florida versus Oklahoma. Florida losing 49-51. And UNC versus Ole Miss. UNC winning, gay, but Charles Herrick manually chewing clock to do it. And can we talk about that for a second? Coach Herrick has been a renowned hater of chewing clock, and he's just going to come out here and manually do it. He was one of the few coaches in the league that voted for the ban, and I think we just need to have a sit down. I want to have a sit down conversation with him and just ask him, what are you doing? How can you be such a hypocrite to go and do something like that? That is disrespectful to the league, to the new commissioner, to Ole Miss even. They don't deserve to lose a game like that. Ethan Rubenzer puts so much heart and soul into the game, and he deserves better. You should be ashamed of yourself. Speaking of Ole Miss, we have an electric matchup coming up. Ole Miss versus Oregon. Two powerhouse teams, both without a win. So one of them this week will be getting a win. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm just grinding on the edge of my seat to watch this game. I just love it when two powerhouses match up against each other. We have Dylan Gabriel going in and versing Jackson Dart. So electric. A lot of losers in the Royal Conference this week. Big disappointment. Of course, I'm not surprised to see that Texas and Oregon are one of the big losers, but USC, Kansas, and Colorado. Now, I was very surprised to watch Trent Tozer lose. He just made a lot of mistakes in the first start of the game that it's just very uncharacteristic. Now, I don't know if he was nervous. I'd love to have a sit-down conversation. Kansas, what are we doing here? That was some of the most horrific football I've ever watched. I think there needs to be some serious conversation if the head coach there is the right fit for the job. And Colorado, I'm pretty sure I saw David Coonrod sign stealing. Something scandalous might be going on in Michigan. I think the league needs to take a look into that because they just had every answer for Colorado. And allegedly, Coach Prime has banned Diesel Dom from any of his games. So if Diesel Dom is seen at the stadiums or watching a game, arrest him on the spot. Speaking of Trent Tozer, reports have coming in of him eyeing Alabama for a potential landing spot in 2026, and I honestly love that. He's just got he's one of the best minds we have in the BCFBL, and if he was able to land a starting job at Alabama, it could just wreak havoc across the league. We'd see more competition for players like Diesel Dom, Ole Miss, UNC. But Trent Tozer landing at Alabama, who knows? I personally am a big fan. The only place I would not want to see him land would be somewhere like Colorado. I think they got their head coach already. But who knows? Maybe Georgia might be open this year, but Swobes also played a great game. Hate to see him lose. I don't want to pray on any coach's downfall, but Trent Tozer at Georgia or Alabama. Come on, that's electric. Come on. Speaking of competition for Miami, is anybody going to be able to stop the Hurricanes? Loyal viewers, the answer I have for you is yes, there is. There are a lot of great players in the BCFBL this year, and I don't think Diesel Dom should get too comfy. Clemson has already made a great statement game. Granted, it was a little cheesy, but, Clemson did play Diesel Dom in the Natty. He did lose, but he made it a game throughout the first half. And if he can refine some of his weak points, I think he could. Ole Miss, Ethan, great head coach. He just knows the game inside and out. And honestly, another head coach that could beat him, UNC. Now, if Chuck keeps manually chewing clock, I think he probably could beat Diesel Dom. But, without his crutches, it's hard to say, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Strand had an electric debut for his first game as head coach, winning with a Hail Mary to beat Jay Ryder at Michigan State. Now, if you're Jay, I can't help but just be furious. You played an impressive last season to lose like that week 1. But, I mean, I got to give credit where credit is due. I did not think Arizona was going to come out swinging like that. And, oh, my gosh, when I tell you I was jumping out of my seat, I almost lost my hat. So electric. And for one of our final stories today, Arch Manning, quarterback of Texas, had the worst game in BCFBL history with a QBR rating of 3.6. And I've been saying for a long time that Texas is one of the most overrated head coaches in the league. And I mean, people who are saying that Xavier Worthy deserved to be Heisman over Drake May? Are you kidding me? See, Texas lost first round in the playoffs last year. Come on, guys. What are we doing? I think there needs to be a change in how we do Heisman voting because Texas just should not be nominated for any, AR-15 maybe. Come on. Rankings are still coming in from across the league. Top 12 teams coming in. Of course, top 3, Miami, Clemson, UNC. And the league is just shooken up, though, because after that, a lot of the big-name schools are losing. Oregon, USC, schools like that. Wisconsin sneaking in at 11. Cale Iverson played an impressive game. I was so impressed with his level of play. Definitely a step up from last year. Ole Miss is the only winless team still ranked 12, and it's, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you throwing a hissy fit at the camera for why Ole Miss is ranked 12, it's because his loss is quality. It's a quality loss. Now, I don't expect, if you're not an elite ball knower, our lovely commissioner knows ball, our playoff committee knows ball, and they know how to rank. We've put trust in the system for 2 years now, so they know ball. If your losses are quality, you'll be up there still. So, come on, chill out, all right? As we're nearing the final minutes of our show here, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to extend a message to one Hopper Fuller Legess. Come on, man. Play your game. Get in touch with the coach, man. We need to get these games in because I need to watch BCFBL football. Let's go. With that being said, this is Diego Longhammer with BCFBL News, signing off.